The fund is gone, the fund is back, it's dead, it's alive, who the hell knows? But we do know that over this slush fund, the $1.8 billion to J6ers, has the GOP in a stalemate. Yes, the Anti-Weaponization Fund is still floating around there, and what a tremendous name for this slush fund. And the concept is simple. If you don't know, the government pays for the people who decided that the government was mean to them. And if you look at the people that are lining up asking for the funds, it's a murderer's row. You've got pardoned J6ers, fake electors, the former head of the Proud Boys who bear sprayed police officers. We watched all of this happen on live television. There's footage. And we want to make those guys a little richer and giving them a check signed by you. I mean, the whole thing looks like a damn mob movie, which is why I keep calling Donald Trump the fraud father. This is just the boss taking care of his foot soldiers who went to the mattresses for him. You storm the Capitol, threaten our democracy, beat police officers, and you get your own share of $1.776 billion out of taxpayer money. But for us, for everybody who didn't storm anything, our economy's in the crapper. Consumer confidence is down to 44.8%, which is almost the worst number ever recorded. 57% of Americans say that the prices of groceries and everyday life are actively gobbling up their entire paychecks. The cost of living right now is the number one fear in our country. Yet the stock market, record highs. You can't cover rent, yet the billionaires are popping bottles, and the people that stormed the Capitol might get millions of dollars because they maced a cop. And they're not trying to hide it. They are going to say it to your face. Trump's own guy in the Justice Department, Ed Martin, you're damn right I want to pay J6ers. If you got wronged by the government, you should be made right. That's America. That's America. Beat a cop, get a pardon, get a check, and then you're called a patriot. And think about who really got wronged here. Because the people who actually got hurt that day were the officers injured defending the building, and they fought against putting a plaque honoring them in the Capitol. And the plan on the table right now pays that mob and leaves the cops holding their bruises. Hell, look at the Ashley Babbitt settlement. Nearly $5 million went to her family. The family of a rioter who was climbing through a window into the chamber where members of Congress were being evacuated. That settlement reverses any of the findings that the officer that shot her acted to protect congressmen and women, of course. And $1.776 billion. Think about what that could do to school lunches, insulin copays. That's the difference between making rent or sleeping in your car for a few 100,000 families. And think about how quickly they found that money. No agonizing over whether or not we can afford it. The second the recipients were the people who put on tactical gear and tried to stop democracy in Trump's name, they found that money. So tell a working mom that there's no money for her child care, and then watch that same Congress locate $2 billion for guys who swung flagpoles at cops. Selective budgeting. And even the Republicans don't like it. Not all of them, at least. Pay attention to how rancid it is. Senate Republicans shoved their own funding vote down, way down the calendar, because this fund was radioactive. A federal judge froze the fund. Hearing set for June 12th. 3 lawsuits filed, including one filed on behalf of 2 of the officers who defended our Capitol. And my favorite part in all of this, nobody can keep the damn story straight. Trump's attorney general says the fund is dead. His Treasury Secretary says it's dead. But Trump hops on a podcast and says, nope, it's alive, because these are great people. They should be reimbursed for a crooked government.
The Anti-Weaponization Fund, have you dropped that?
No, a court ruled against it.
Yeah.
But just so you understand, these are people that have been decimated. These are people that lost their lives over nonsense. And these were many great people. And I gave them pardons. I'm very proud to have given them pardons. And I think they should be reimbursed for a crooked government. The government was crooked. This was the Biden group, and it's not Biden. Biden was too gone. Biden was a stupid person. He was stupid 30 years ago, long before anybody talked
And
about
corrupt. Yeah.
He's also the worst thing to ever happen to old people.
So that's where you stand, everyday Americans. A historic tip jar for the people who beat up cops, and a shrug for the rest of us watching our grocery bill climb. And I need you to subscribe, and I need you to stick with this channel because somebody has to keep a running tally of exactly who's getting paid. And I'm going to tell you a secret. It isn't me, and it isn't you.